So next we have Saul Vaiciunas out of New Jersey, state of New Jersey. As Saul's getting set up and getting loaded up, I wanted to make a comment that, as Jacob mentioned earlier, we did kind of break things down into states that have had spotted lanternfly, recently got it, and are kind of seeing it coming in a preparatory situation. So now between New Jersey and Virginia, we're starting the kind of been there, done that, have been dealing with it for a while. But I did also want to mention that I did put out feelers to a bunch of other states, and there were a lot of other states that were willing to present on their behalf as well, including New York, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, myself in Illinois as well. So this is not representative of all the states who are willing to participate in this. So I just wanted to give a kudos and a shout out to those other cooperators. Ohio I left out as well. Other states that were totally willing to give their side of the story here. So. On that note, Saul, I'll quit rambling and hand it over to you if you're ready.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so I'm Saul Vaiciunas, New Jersey Department of Agriculture. I'm going to go chronologically through New Jersey's response to spotted lanternfly. So in this presentation, I want to cover the work done by NJDA and PPQ to detect, delimit, and control spotted lanternfly through the federally funded cooperative agreement. I also want to cover a little bit of our outreach work and a new county and municipal reimbursement program that's kind of unique to New Jersey, I think. What I'm not covering is anything done by Rutgers. They do research, and the Philip Alampi Beneficial Insect Laboratory is doing some stuff, rearing stuff, but I'm not going to cover that. So the first period I want to talk about is between 2014 and 2017. We obviously knew spotted lanternfly was in Pennsylvania. So NJDA and PPQ conducted many inspections of stone yards throughout the state, trying to see if anything could be traced back to Pennsylvania. We began including SLF as part of our routine outreach. We responded to public reports of spotted lanternfly, and PPQ organized a one-day survey in Phillipsburg, New Jersey, with participants from multiple states. We didn't find anything there. We even sent our inspectors to Pennsylvania to see what spotted lanternfly looks like. Also in this time period, Paul Kurtz, who works with us, he got a Farm Bill Goal 1 survey for spotted lanternfly. He went to high-risk sites, did visual survey over 50 sites along the Delaware River, additional sites, stone importers, transport companies, truck stops, rest areas along east-west highways coming out of PA. We did not find it then. PPQ came out with a grid survey. You can see a picture of the grid superimposed over the map of New Jersey. And we went to these grids following the grid protocol, and that is how we found spotted lanternfly in the summer of 2018. This slide shows some reports that we I should give credit to Rutgers University. These are reports given to Rutgers in 2018, 2019, and 2020. Just look at the little red dots. I know it's a little hard to see, but it gives you a sense of how spotted lanternfly began to spread from the west side of the state to the east side of the state. And you can see how much it spread in just 3 years. This slide shows the counties we quarantined in 2018, 19, 2020, and finally in 2022. So that also illustrates the way spotted lanternfly was spreading kind of from east to west across our state. Even though the whole state was quarantined by the end of 2022, it really took a couple more years for it to really reach the far edges down the shore and up in the far northeast corner of the state. This has always been a joint federal and state program. It's one program and one set of rules funded by USDA. State and federal staff work together closely. You can see us there in the lower left-hand corner having one of our, we call them pre-treatment meetings, sort of going over safety and plans for this season. I'll just mention that, this has never been a static program. USDA has changed the protocol over the years to improve it and adjust it. So back in 2018, 2019, when we were in eradication mode, spraying was done by contractors contracted by USDA. At that time, our outreach was see it, report it. We wanted to respond to every report that somebody gave us. Eradication work located primarily in Warren County, Powhatan area. And that's the time when we adopted the SLF permit system that PA uses. The second phase, I'll call it 2020 till now, really, we transitioned away from using contractors to spray, and we started spraying ourselves. So we had to get pesticide applicator licenses, pesticide operator licenses. We shifted from eradication to slow the spread, and we started choosing priority locations: seaports, airports, train yards, high volume shipping operations, and not just every place. So challenges, there's some challenges for the state of New Jersey. Initially, we were unable to hire salaried staff. They won't let you do it on a 1 year or year by year funding. Now in 2023, we finally were able to hire 3 state funded full-time salaried inspectors. We use them as team leads. So they are state funded. But for the hourlies, we're limited to 944 hours per year. To keep them year round, we have to shift them over to a temp agency, which adds 30% to the cost. In the early days, we had no state vehicles, obviously, because we just had the hourly workers. So when we were spraying, we had to work with PPQ. They had to bring the pesticides in their vehicles because we didn't have vehicles. In 2023, the new inspectors also got state vehicles. So now we can actually work separately from USDA if needed. Staffing has kind of been up and down. It peaked. At its peak, we had 26 federally funded TES in 3 teams. We had a North team, Central team, and South team. But due to funding reductions, we are down to only just 5 federally funded hourly workers. And right now, NJDA only works in Southern New Jersey, and PPQ covers the North. Reporting. Initially, we encouraged reporting. We had a spotted lanternfly hotline for telephone calls. We had an email and a web-based reporting tool. Eventually, once the entire state was covered, we discontinued the hotline. We removed the reporting tool. Emails we still have, actually. We still do monitor emails. And we even had press releases telling the public that reporting is no longer encouraged. Okay, outreach. Again, I got to give a shout out to Paul Kurtz. He's our outreach coordinator, and he's done a heck of a lot of work. A lot of federal funding came in for this. Outreach has been conducted on buses, trains, billboards, boats, airplane banners dragged through the sky, social media, printed materials, in-person presentations, Zoom presentations, tabletop displays, on and on and on. It's too much certainly for one slide. But a lot of work has been done on outreach, getting that message out. In that vein, we also have had media coverage. We've done radio spots, TV spots, print, newspapers, online stuff, and even press releases, all to get the message out. Now, one interesting thing we did is we went to all the shipping nurseries. Our nursery staff went out and taught them how to look for spotted lanternfly egg masses and how to scrape and crush them before shipping. And one of the things they learned in doing this work is that you really should focus on maple, styrax, willow, and riverburst. Those seem to be the big offenders, the ones that you could find it on. And also checking under the deer guards. The lanternflies love to lay their eggs under those deer guards, which are meant to prevent the deer from rubbing their antlers on the young trees. But that's very beneficial because shipping nurseries obviously are sending these things out of state. The last thing I want to talk about is our reimbursement program, which started in 2023. And this is the state legislature appropriated this money. Counties were offered up to $50,000 to be reimbursed for spotted lanternfly treatments. Municipalities were offered up to $15,000. They were allowed to spend the money on chemical treatment, trapping, or vacuuming, something that's population reduction, right? So this include the labor, pesticide, spray equipment, and even hiring contractors to spray. What it does not include is tree removals. You can't do that. We do not tell them where to spray, but they must report to us where they did spray. They must show receipts to us for all supplies, pesticides, and costs of labor for the reimbursement. So that's a lot of work to tabulate all this and reimburse them. So in 2023, 8 out of 21 counties signed up, and 181 municipalities out of 564 signed up. This meant that approximately $3 million was obligated. All said and done, only 7 counties actually did treatments, and only 50 municipalities actually did treatments that year. So the actual money spent was $643,000. So it's less than a third of the money we obligated. So we revamped it a little bit. So in 2024, reimbursement to counties remained at $50,000, but they upped the municipal reimbursement limit to $20,000, and they gave them 2 years to conduct treatment rather than just one. But all the money has to be spent by the end of 2026. So this time, 7 counties are signed up and 109 municipalities. And I think one of the things that you got to keep in mind is for a town or a county that may not be used to spraying in this way. I mean, they might have a mosquito commission or a DPW workers that spray herbicide for some reason. So they're not totally unused to spraying, but it may be hard for them to ramp up and get ready for a program. So that's why we thought 2 years would be better. The last thing I want to talk about is plans for 2025. Just 2 interesting things that we're looking at. One thing we're looking at is evaluating tree of heaven mortality at old survey sites. So significant Atlantis mortality has been observed at certain locations, trying to see if this is a trend. Is this a statewide trend? The places where we work now, we spend all year, we go back multiple times. We spray bifenthrin in the spring, and then we spray dinotefuran in the summer. We go back and spray more bifenthrin in the fall, and we spend all winter scraping egg masses. We put traps out to reduce populations, and we even vacuum sometimes. So where we work all the time, we are protecting tree of heaven with our treatments. The sites we're interested in are sites that were previously in our program for eradication. And something some of you may not know is in the early days, we had to get a GPS point for every tree. And so every tree got marked and mapped, and then we would mark them either blue for herbicide or red for insecticide. So the herbicide trees got hacked and squirted, then they're gone. The insecticide trees should theoretically still be at the site. So what we're doing is we're looking at the map layer from way back in 2019 or 2020, where we have these sites mapped out, these trees rather mapped out, and we're going back to some of these sites and ones that we're not currently spraying at to see if the Lanthus trees are still alive or not, and counting how many should be here because we have the map, and comparing that with how many are actually there. And so hopefully we can report some results at next year's Spotted Lanternfly Summit, see what comes from that. And the other thing we're interested in is we are developing a questionnaire for grape growers in New Jersey to try and get a feel for the impact SLF has had on New Jersey's grape industry over the years. We've had it here since 2018. The whole state's had it since 2022. So that's enough years that we'd like to hear from the farmers, from the growers, and find out how bad it's been for them. Did they have to spray more often, or did they have to buy pesticides that they don't normally buy? And so we're working on that questionnaire and getting it out to the growers. So again, something else to look forward to for next year, to see what the results are. So that's everything. There's my email if anybody has a question for me. If you have time for questions, I don't know. I'm happy to answer them, or it's up to you guys.
Well, thank you, Saul. We do need to keep moving along. There are 2 questions in the Q&A section pointed at New Jersey. So if you can jump in there and take a look at those and answer those at your convenience, we'd appreciate it. And we'll continue moving on. So thank you for the New Jersey perspective, Saul.
All right.